大家好，我是 Oliver Branch Allen. So in the past year or so, there's been so many new studies and research on physiology and losing fat that I think everyone is getting lost on all this ever-changing sea of information. Is fasting really good for you? Or what about getting enough protein intake? Is HIIT always the best exercise for you, or is moderate exercise better? And then the list keeps going on and on. Even as a professional in the industry, it can sometimes get very overwhelming. This is why I believe that it's important to have a strong basis of understanding human physiology so you have a reference point to analyze new studies that come out. Do they pass the smell test? Also important is the understanding of statistics, because when we're doing scientific papers, the data can often be misleading, especially if people have interpreted the data differently, whether it's due to natural human bias or whether the bias is actually intentional for their own hidden agendas. In this video, I'm going to recap does the strongest evidence say for fat loss, coupled with my experience with training clients on what are the 3 most effective strategies. Okay, the first one is, no matter what the practice or methodology is, you cannot override the first law of thermodynamics, and that is you cannot lose fat or energy if you take in more than you expend. However, having said that, factors like how hungry are you still after eating carbs versus protein, or who is burning more fat sitting down, the person with more muscle or less muscle, or something like are you burning more energy if you're well rested or if you're sleep deprived. These all factors can contribute to how many calories you're actually burning. So although the first law of thermodynamics cannot be broken, the tactics and strategies that you employ can have a dramatic impact to how much calories you end up burning in the end. So this leads me to my first point, and that is even experts in the field, including myself, I would say that not to pay any attention to the word calories, as not all calories are the same. And yes, I still don't use that word very often, and I don't find it to be very accurate. I still will use the term now to describe the energy intake you get from your diet. The intermittent fasting allows you to actually end up eating less calories from a week-to-week point of view. Less energy intake also means that you should be eating out less and less processed foods, as when you let other companies to do the feeding for you, they'll typically end up loading up on the flavor content so that you end up buying more of their products, and that usually comes with a lot of calories. Okay, point number 2 is exercise is the single most important and best thing you can do for your health, long-term health as well. And I've mentioned this practically in all of my videos. Now, some exercises will give you more bang for its buck. I would prioritize strength training as it is the key for sustainable changes to your body composition. It also allows you to build up more muscle, which means you'll have more mitochondria to be burning more energy at all times of the day. The amount of calories burnt in a one session of weight training or strength training won't be as significant as doing a 1-hour HIIT session or a 1-hour run. However, you are building a stronger base of more muscles that you will eventually be able to do a lot more work and a lot more exercise. If you have more time, then you can do more zone 2 training or add in a couple more HIIT sessions per week, and I've explained how you can do that in my earlier videos. Okay, point number 3 is to replace all your refined sugar intake with more protein. Sugar, as mentioned in my previous videos, really is disproportionately bad for your body compared to its calorie count. The calorie count itself may not seem so terrible, but how it actually tunes your body and how it changes your hormones can really impact you negatively in terms of more inflammation, as well as making you more hungry and wanting to consume more calories. You can review my past videos on all about sugar. I talk about that in great detail, but as a simple rule, if you want to lose fat, you should try your best to cut out as much sugar as possible. And you should be replacing them with more protein. As you'll be exercising more and doing strength training, hopefully, you'll have to replenish all that muscle cells that you're breaking down with more protein so it can get stronger. And eating more protein actually has more of a satiating effect than any other macronutrient, making you feel fuller and allowing you to eat less calories. And as we all are getting older, it will be more difficult to maintain your muscle mass. And so it'll be very important for you to continue your best to eat enough protein so that you can at least allow your muscles to maintain its mass. I have one more bonus point to give, and that last key that will really help you to lose fat for good is to be patient. And so you really have to let nature take its course. We'll eventually get that body that you want. Consistency is the key, guys. And so that's it. All the strategies haven't really changed all that much. It's just been cleaned up a bit and maybe clarified for you to refocus your energy on doing the right things. As a coach, I've seen it time and time again that it's totally possible. As always, if you have any questions or comments below, please leave them down below, and I'll see you next time.